me staring at you, better knuckle up. Cause the world is cold, but I'm on too long. I said the world is cold.
What is poppin', y'all? It's your boy D-Mark, aka D-Ryan. So, back with another video. And today, I am about to be doing my SummerSlam 2023 review. Honestly, the pay-per-view last night definitely was a great showing, especially with the ending of Jey Uso betraying Jey Uso. Honestly, I was definitely expecting Jey Uso to get involved in the match, but not caught betraying his own younger brother. Honestly, that kind of hurt me. That really did hurt me that Jimmy actually turned his own brother. But we're definitely going to talk about everything what happened last night at SummerSlam last night. So, yeah. Before we get into that, if you haven't already yet, please go ahead and just subscribe to the channel if you haven't already yet. I'm not even going to waste no time, so let's just get into the first match here. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. I was expecting this match to be great, but it was. Especially with Ricochet and Logan Paul especially, you know, for like a week now, about like he messed with Ricochet's girlfriend or his wife. I think that Ricochet's girlfriend is a ring announcer, Samantha Evans. I have seen her on Instagram. I think that's her name, but I think him and Ricochet are dating. I did see him that they are dating. So yeah. So during the match was actually really good, I'm not gonna lie. Both Ricochet and Logan Paul did very well in this match. I still, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. I still don't like Logan Paul, but he's very talented in the ring. But this match right here, towards like the end, when somebody in ringside sneaked Logan Paul to give him brass nuts, and then Logan knocks out Ricochet with them, and then Logan took the W here. So apparently, this is mostly going to continue the feud going on until like Payback or Survivor Series. And I feel like the next match that should happen is Ricochet beating Logan Paul at Payback or Survivor Series, wherever that match leads up. But overall, this was a great match to start with at the beginning of the show, and I appreciate it. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I want to talk about this match. Apparently, we still not getting no explanation of why Brock Lesnar been attacking Cody. Apparently, WWE want us to figure out why this is happening. But about Brock Lesnar and Cody shaking hands, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But Cody definitely has some little bit of offense, but I'll tell you, Brock was literally demolishing Cody Rhodes in this match. I mean, it's like Brock was like throwing Cody out the ring about like 4 or 5 times. And Brock hit an F5 on the concrete floor. Then he hits another one on the announcer's table. And then somehow or another, Cody is still managing to still get back up after 2 F5s. But then he ends up pulling out the turnbuckle pad, the undisposed turnbuckle pad. He rips it off, and then somehow Brock Lesnar got hit with an exposed turnbuckle. Cody gave him 3 crossroads. 1, 2, 3, Brock, I don't know why I keep saying Brock. Cody took the W here, finally. So finally, we can finally get away from these two now, since Cody won here. After the match was over, what makes no sense to me is that Cody offered to shake Brock Lesnar's hand and hug it out, and this honestly don't make no sense at all. That's just me. The ending when Cody and Brock shook hands, this did not make any sense to me at all. So you mean to tell me, for the last couple of months, Cody has literally been getting his ass whooped by Brock Lesnar. And not only that, beating down Cody in front of his mother on a Raw episode of Cody Rhodes' hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. And you expect me to shake your hand after beating my ass and pretend like it's good? And then we can just pretend like all this never happened? Yeah. First off, I am not finna shake your hand after you have beaten my ass for the last number of months, and you expect me to be friends with you like all of this never happened to begin with. Okay. Overall, Cody beats Brock, and I hope they move on from all of this, and hopefully, apparently what I saw in a post on Instagram, someone said that this was definitely unscripted. This was definitely unscripted of what Brock and Cody shake hands for. Which to me, it still did not make sense of why Brock and Cody shook hands. I hope we get an actual reason, the real reason, on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. I hope so. But overall, this was a very great match. I was not expecting this match to be something. But this was a good match. I'm not going to lie to you. Very great match. Alright. The SummerSlam Battle Royal, it was 25 of the men. I'm definitely not going to name all the people on this list who's in this. But once again, I do not understand what was the reason of having the Battle Royal, even though the ending part was alright. It's like the winner of this Battle Royal gets what though? I never understood why. They never explained whoever the winner of the Battle Royal is get what? Like a championship opportunity or what is it? Who is the winner gets what? That part, I wish they would explain that. They never actually explained the winner who's gonna get a championship opportunity. So the winner of this match was LA Knight, which I expected to be. Ending of the match was great. I mean, the crowd loved it. So LA Knight eliminates Sheamus, and LA Knight wins the Battle Royal, which I hope that WWE does give him a major push, especially since he's LA Knight is definitely one of the most overrated superstars in the company right now. So I'm expecting for LA Knight to get some kind of push, go out the US title. Probably in September or probably this month. But it's going to get to a point now that you can't expect for WWE to be trust. because I know that they're going to do something to LA Knight that we're not going to like. And that's the thing, though. You cannot trust WWE for what they do. You may trust them with some stuff, but you can't trust them with everything. So apparently they gave the win to LA Knight, was as it should. And the only reason why, because WWE they want to get the win here to him because so we don't get pissed off or get throwing a fucking fit for no reason and da 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 da. So I'm really expecting that LA Knight gets something after SummerSlam, which it was a great showing by LA Knight. LA Knight, yeah. So, Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey. Or I could say Ronda Borsri. Ronda Borsri. MMA rules. So, this match was so fucking boring. It only lasted about like 7 minutes. In the MMA rules, I even said this in my predictions video the other day that since Shayna and Ronda have history in the UFC, I would have liked them if they would have had a fight pit. Sorry. Instead of having a square circle ring, when they could have did this in an octagon ring. Now, I'm not really much of a big UFC fan. I even said this before. But they didn't really did all that much in this match. And the crowd was saying boring. Which obviously it was, because they didn't really did nothing all that crazy. They really did nothing much crazy in this match other than Shayna choking out Ronda and Ronda passed out and Shayna got the victory over Ronda. Now for Ronda losing to Shayna, she's probably is leaving WWE. I do not know about that. She's probably taking some time off television, which I don't even know when she's going to come back. And I do not give a damn when she's going to come back. And here's the thing. I don't hate Ronda all that much. I was liking her when she first signed with WWE back in 2019. Honestly, in my opinion, she was absolutely doing some great work around that time. It's like ever since she came back, like about a few years ago, her promos and her matches has definitely not been hitting me. It's definitely not been hitting me like anyone expects it to be. So, I don't know when she's going to come back to WWE. Probably never. And there are some rumors that she probably may go back to UFC. Probably that. I don't know. But this match was completely awful. And not something like this I never expect for it to be this boring. So, Shayna took the victory here. I don't know where they're going to go with Shayna. I really do hope that she does get some kind of push in a few months or so, but they really need to start pushing these women because right now, these women are definitely not being respected as they should in the ring. They really do deserve better, though. I really do say that. They really deserve better of what kind of proper respect they do that they deserve to get. So yeah. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. The match was alright. Even though Drew McIntyre has been having some creative issues, and also there were some rumors that Drew McIntyre probably may leave WWE at one point later this year. He was going to leave WWE earlier this year because of his contract. Probably maybe expire or something. I don't know what's going on with that. I know the last time I heard about his contract being about to be expired when it's probably a couple months ago, but yeah, I don't really see Drew McIntyre going anywhere. He was probably may go to AEW, which obviously I do not see that happening. But if Drew did sign another deal with WWE, that means he's staying. I don't really see him going to AEW or anywhere else. He's going to stay right where he's at. So, Gunther pins Drew and retains the Intercontinental title. So what is this for Drew now? So, I'm expecting for Drew. Apparently, I feel like Drew should get another rematch against Gunther at some point later time at Survivor Series, because I feel like that would be the best place to do it. I mean, this was a solid match though. I mean, Gunther hit him with the powerbomb and pins him clean. So I don't know where you go with Drew McIntyre at that point. So I do expect for Drew to get another shot for the IC belt and actually pins Gunther at some point at several months now towards Survivor Series. So, or else they have to put him in the back in the main event picture or something. They have to do something with Drew at this point because his time has already been up already. And I don't know how long WWE's gonna. I don't know how long WWE's gonna even make him stay, but they need to do something with him because he's gonna probably change his mind, actually ask for his release soon. So they gotta do something with him. Well, overall, this was a solid match for what it was. Next, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. I will say this match was alright. Even though Seth Rollins, and like I said in my predictions video, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, even though they had the story of what Finn Balor never achieved. It happened 7 years ago at SummerSlam of 2016, where Finn Balor pinned Seth Rollins, and 24 hours later he had to relinquish it. I would at least expect for Finn Balor to win here. I'm not even gonna lie, but I want Seth to win it here though. Even though I do want to see Finn Balor winning, but I don't think that was the case though. He's not winning it. He was not gonna beat Seth Rollins again. So during the match, Judgment Day got involved. Well, Damian Priest came out first, and then Dominic and Rhea came out, circling around the ring. And then, all of a sudden, they started interfering in the match. And then, I think what happened was, I don't know, I completely forgot now. I think Finn grabbed the briefcase and hit Seth Rollins with, and then I think Seth kicked out. And some reason the ref got distracted. And for some reason, this was just kind of dumb right here for Damian to do. He throws the briefcase back in the ring, and Finn was trying to like pick it up, and then Seth curb stomps him onto the briefcase. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins retained the World Heavyweight Championship. And after that happened, Finn Balor and Damian Priest looking eye to eye at each other. So honestly, I don't understand. What was the point of all of that going on for the last couple of weeks now? That Judgment Day and Seth Rollins, Finn Balor even wants to pay back at Seth for what he did 7 years ago, to be included to the story. But it don't even matter because Seth is retaining the world title. So I don't know what they're going to do with Judgment Day now, especially Damian Priest, since he fucked it all up with Finn Balor. They're probably gonna turn on. Judgment Day is probably gonna turn on Damian Priest and add a new member of the Judgment Day faction. I don't know about that. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Alright. Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship. The match was kind of okay. I mean, there was some sloppy moves like botches and all that stuff. I mean, the match just wasn't it. I thought this match was gonna be something more, but all of a sudden it came off sloppy and botched. And Bianca officially got pinned by Asuka, which I definitely disagree with this. I feel like Asuka should have won this. But no, all of a sudden, Io Sky with Bayley came out, and Io Sky cashing in her Money in the Bank contract. She got on the top rope, did a moonsault off the top rope to Bianca. 1, 2, 3. Io Sky is the new women's champion, and the crowd went insane. So I do not know where they're gonna go forward with Io Sky, but hopefully that she does get in an excellent feud with Asuka. And I did hear something about Kairi Sane coming back, which that would be something huge right there. That I would love to see that. So I'm glad that Io Sky wins the title, and I hope that she does something with it. Probably have a feud against Asuka, which I think, like I said, could be excellent to have. So I hope they do something with her. The last match. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, facing his long cousin Jey Uso in a tribal combat. Man, I don't even know where to begin with all of this. So let's talk about the tribal combat. So the tribal combat, and I said this before. I said this in my last video. The tribal combat, that I wish they would have explained more what was more about the tribal combat. They never explained to us what it was. The only thing they just said was anywhere goes, no disqualification, using foldable objects, all that stuff. But yeah, this match was also great as well. I mean, Roman was doing some trash talking middle of the match, and Paul Heyman was definitely giving me some chills. I mean, Paul was like trying to talk to Jimmy. I mean, Paul was just like this is your blood, Jey. Like this is your cousin. I mean, like he grew up with you. Like why are you doing this? That is your soul and blood. Y'all grew up together. Like you don't need to do this, Jey. Like, bro, Paul is definitely funny to me when Roman gets attacked. Well, not get attacked, gets beaten down. Paul Heyman definitely makes me laugh when he was trying to talk. When he was like, I don't know, like he always be like that with Roman when he gets beaten down by somebody. And then the coolest thing in the match was, well, I'm going to talk about that in the end. So Roman and Jey go through in the crowd, and somehow Solo Sikoa gets involved, which I feel like he could have came out a little bit later, instead of like the middle of the match. So Solo puts Jey through the table, and then he carries him back to the ring, and then somehow Solo and Roman it looks like Solo was about to turn on Roman at that point when he was looking at him dead in the eye, like it looks like he was about to do it until like Jey ran up to Roman and speared him through the barricade. And then Jey Uso splashed Solo through the announcer table. And in another moment in the match that Roman Solo was about to do a Samoan spike spear spike combo, whatever it is they call it. They did this at Money in the Bank too. Money in the Bank as well, which I thought that one looks awesome. But somehow Roman accidentally spears Solo, and Jey actually hit Roman Reigns' finisher, the spear, went onto the top rope, hit another Uso splash. 1-2. When I knew that Jey was getting involved when it was unrevealed that Jimmy gonna get involved. Like, I knew that was Jimmy when Jey pulled him out of the ring. And at that point, it just did not make sense to me of why Jimmy would turn on his brother. And at that point, he super kicks him. He threw Jey back in the ring, and Roman spears Jey through the table, the corner. 1, 2, 3. Roman retains the undisputed Universal Championship. Now, let's talk about Jey for a minute. So Jimmy, I don't know why I keep seeing Jey and Jimmy, Jimmy is Jey. I don't know why I keep getting those names mixed up. Jimmy. Let's talk about Jimmy for a minute. So, when Jimmy pulled out Jey, and I knew that Jimmy was going to get involved, which I was not expecting that. Like, I got that same reaction. I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And Michael Cole is like going off on commentary. Like, I got that same reaction from Michael Cole did. Like, when Jimmy came out. And, like, people was like, it made no sense at all why Jimmy, betrayed Jey like this, because for the last 3 months, like 3 weeks ago, before Jimmy got beaten down, like Roman definitely was being the hell out of Jimmy and sent him to the hospital. And then some reason or another, Jimmy comes back to betray Jey. And somehow, that's how the match went off. Now, I don't get what was the point of what was the point of that. It literally made no sense at all. But I hope they give us a very great reason, especially Jimmy, because I was betrayed. I feel betrayed when Jimmy pulled out Jey out of the ring. And I knew that was Jimmy when he took the hoodie off, took the bandana off and everything. I knew that was him. But people saying it don't make sense, but I don't know, bro. It did not make any sense at all of why he did that. But they're gonna figure out a way to make it make sense or whatnot, but I don't know, bro. I hope he gives us a good explanation of why he did like he did last night at SummerSlam. So, pretty much, Roman retains the title because we already know Jey's not going to win here. And the thing I do want to bring up, though, Roman and Paul even said that that Roman is going to keep the titles and not going to drop it anytime soon. Here's the thing about that. Probably next year, and this probably not going to make any sense, but it will. That Cody's probably may have to finish the story. It has to be Cody. I mean, there's literally nobody else but Cody just to beat Roman at WrestleMania next year, which that's pretty much what's going to happen. I know I want Roman to face AJ, Bobby Lashley, or whoever, but Bobby Lashley, I do not see that happening anytime soon, which also, I do want to bring up the fact that Bobby Lashley is creating a new fashion of his, like the Street Profits, all that stuff. Like, it looks like they're about to turn heels at that point when they join forces with Bobby Lashley. I don't even know what the name of the fashion going to be of Bobby Lashley, but I'm all for that. I am excited about that with what they're going to do with the Street Profits, because I'm definitely looking forward into all of what they're doing with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I'm definitely looking into all of that. So hopefully we get something next Friday. But anyways, yeah, Roman is definitely not dropping those titles. The only way that Roman is going to drop those belts is at WrestleMania. It's Cody Rhodes, because they literally, because like I said, because Roman has dominated the entire main roster, and there's literally nobody else but Cody. So Cody is definitely the one to beat Roman for next year. Now, Cody winning the Royal Rumble, I don't see that happening. I do not see Cody winning the Royal Rumble next year, which he just needs to just continue with the storyline with Roman until towards WrestleMania. That's the plan that they need to follow. So yeah. So that was my SummerSlam 2023 review. My favorite part of this match was definitely the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins, and LA Knight winning the Battle Royal, and Cody Rhodes versus defeating Brock Lesnar. Those four was definitely my 4 matches of last night that I definitely enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed 4 of those matches out, like I just said. Overall show, I will give this show an 8 out of 10 pay-per-view. An 8 out of 10 pay-per-view, I will give that to them. The show was great. The show was great. Nothing else to say there. But I hope that Jimmy gets an explanation why he betrays Jey Uso. And I hope that I get some kind of explanation of this because, like I said, he betrayed me when Jimmy got involved in this. He betrayed me. And he better find a good explanation for all of this, why he did what he did last night. Because at this point, I feel like they're going to separate from Jey and Jimmy. Do we see a brother versus brother feud? I would love to see that. We could definitely see Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso, brother to brother. Twin brother versus twin brother. I'll be all for that feud if they will build that up, which I think they will. But, yeah, man. Like I said, the show was great. Hopefully what's going to happen tomorrow night on Raw, especially what's going to happen on Friday Night SmackDown this week, next week. Or tomorrow, is what I mean. But, that is it for my SummerSlam review. Y'all let me know down in the comments what was y'all favorite match of SummerSlam last night. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already yet. And follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is dryan_316. And my Snapchat is dmobley11284. It's definitely going to be in the description box if you want to follow me. And follow me on social media down below. And I'll be back with another video, y'all. Peace.
This is my type of flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time it's undervalued and no one ever could.